I got to ask you this because I'm a huge fan of it. The 94 Feet interview, where did that come from, bro? Like when I sit back and look at it, it's like the Band-Aid. Like, God damn, oh, man, I should have thought of it. You know, kind of thing. I love it, by the way.
So ESPN had come to all of us before a season and said, they challenged everybody to be more creative. And let's try to find elements that bring people further in, get to know the players, get to know what we're selling them.
Of your own ideas?
Yeah, try to be creative in how we present things. That you know how it is. I mean, everything that everybody does can get cookie cutter after a while.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you can sort of get siloed in what you do and think that's the only way. So I was watching the NFL Network during the Combine, and I saw it one time and I've never seen it again. There was an element that somebody did and they called it 40-yard dash. So they took one of the prospects and they just walked them 40 yards and asked questions. So I worked with a producer named Scott Gustafson, and we were talking before. We had Villanova, Virginia, and we said, what should we do? Let's do something. Let's kind of act on the directive of being more creative. And so we started talking, like, why don't we get one of the players or one of the coaches before the game, and we'll walk them the length of the court and just ask questions. I don't know what they'd be, just stuff about their personal lives or for people to get to know them. It'll fit within the game. It doesn't have to be a side element that we run at halftime out of the studio. And so we had Jay Wright of Villanova. He was the very first one. And we basically had no rules. We just had a camera and a sound guy, and we just walked the length of the court. So usually I don't have much of an agenda in these things. It's not like I script questions out. I may think about it, but I don't script it.
Right.
So this is the first time we did it. So the first question I asked Jay Wright is, what was your favorite TV show as a kid? And he goes, oh, God, that's a good question. What was my favorite TV? And meanwhile, we're walking. We got to the other free throw line before he answered the question. I'm like, you fucked this whole thing up. So we had to turn around and do it again. And I think it was the only time we had to cut and do it again.
You had to do it 2 takes.
Yeah, we had to do 2 takes. And I still tease him about that. He's the only guy that fucked up 94 feet. But it's pretty good. But it's been really fun. And the players seem to like it, and I've done it with managers and coaches, and you ask some coach, usually they get asked the same questions all the time. But you ask Bill Self of Kansas, what was your first car? And he starts talking about, I had a yellow Dodge Charger, or whatever the hell it was. It's just it's fun.
Great info too, man. Where does your love for Young Jeezy come from?
So I don't know. You're probably too young for this. So when I was in high school, grew up in Rolling Hills, California. Not far.
Shout to Rolling Hills.
Yeah,
right.
Man. Titans, go Titans. We used to listen to the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah, no Sugar Hill Gang.
Rapper's Delight. We sang that every day in practice when we were working out and running. And I got interested, and I'm interested in all kinds of music. So it's not just hip hop or rap or all that, but I have an appreciation for a lot of different things. We were doing College Game Day at Michigan State, and Draymond Green's playing for the Spartans, and he had a big pair of Beats on, and he was walking by our set, and we asked him, what are you listening to? And he said, Young Jeezy. And so Hubert Davis, now the head coach of North Carolina, was working with us at that time, so we're sitting next to each other on the set, and he said, is that on your iPod? And I said, oddly enough, it is. Yeah, I got it. I got TM 101 on there. And so,
shout to Jeezy. Shout to Jeezy, we made it.
So somebody on Twitter started shooting at me, come on, man, you don't listen to Snowman. And I was like, yeah, actually I do. And so I started putting a couple of lyrics out just to prove that, that the white kid from Rolling Hills actually listened to it. And I think this is right. I mean, it's hard to remember this, but I actually had to cut that conversation off with some of these Twitter fans and go into my office. So I put down, I got to go to work. And I don't know how it caught on, but I started doing it every day. And then I met Jeezy, and every once in a while he would call and say, hey, I'm dropping a song, I'm dropping an album, you want to put it out? And I'm like, yeah. And
that's cool.
He's been really cool to me, and but it's just been a fun thing.
I love that. Shout to Jeezy, man. Shout to Jeezy. That's what's up. Yo, this is KG Certified with the great Jay Bilas, man. Thank you for coming through, man. We appreciate you, man. Seriously.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Thank you, man.
Always.
Seriously, man.